Hello everyone and welcome back. We're still in the introduction of computers, and this time we are going to look inside your computer system. So a computer system has different parts. We have four parts: the hardware, the software, data, and don't forget the user or the people. We also refer to them as peopleware. So for the hardware, these are mechanical device of a computer, anything that can be touched or the tangible parts of your computer. So they could be your monitor, your CPU, your mouse, keyboard, printers, speakers, etc. The software includes your operating system and all the other applications that you install in your computer. The software tell the computer what to do, and they are also called programs. There are thousands of programs that exist. Data are pieces of information, and computer organize those data to make it meaningful. They are actually representation of facts. And finally, the users. So they are people operating the computer, and of course they are the most important part of the computer system. They tell the computer what to do. In the information processing cycle, these are the steps that are followed to process data. First is the input, and then you process that input, you display that input as output, and then you store what was processed. So if you can look at the picture, the input is usually happens on an input device like the keyboard, and it's processed inside your CPU or the processing unit, and then the output is usually displayed on a monitor and it is stored on a hard disk. The computer data is stored using the binary number system. Data can be organized into files. Do you remember what are binary number systems? This is actually a number system that is composed of ones and zeros. And this is the only system or language that a computer can understand. Computer hardware. Computers use the same basic hardware. Hardware are categorized into four types. So similarly, we have the input hardware, the processor hardware, the output hardware, and the storage hardware. For the processing devices, it is actually the brain of the computer. It carries out instructions from the program and it manipulates data to turn it into something meaningful. Most computers have several processors. Gone are the days where we have only a single core or a single processor inside our computers. Right now, the minimum could be four. And processors made of silicon and copper. We also have memory devices. This stores data or programs. And there are two types of memory device. We have your random access memory, which are volatile memories. Volatile in the sense that when you turn off the computer, all the information or data stored in this type of memory is wiped out. This stores current data and programs, and more RAM results in a faster computer system. The read-only memory or ROM are the type of memory wherein it is a permanent storage of programs. This holds the computer's boot directions. Then we also have input and output devices. This allows the user to interact with the computer. Input devices accept data. So an example of that is the keyboard and your mouse. And output devices, those are device that delivers data. So the example is your monitor, your printer, and your speaker. Some devices are both input and output devices like a touch screen or a digital camera. What else? Okay, so those are two examples of input and output devices. We also have storage devices. These hold data and programs permanently. So this is different from RAM, and it usually uses magnetic storage like the floppy and hard drive. So are you still familiar with the floppy disk? It uses a magnet to access data. We also have optical storage, which is used by CDs and DVD drives. It uses a laser to access data. And flash storage, those that we use in our flash disks, SSDs or solid state drives, and your micro SD or SD cards. The users, on the other hand, the role depends on the ability. It's on the ability to be able to set up the system, install software, manage files, and maintain the system. Of course, there are userless computers, meaning that computers that run with no user input and they have automated systems. We actually have a lot of them wherein computers nowadays run by themselves. But of course, it still requires human intervention from the start of its program and or at the end of its program. Okay, that's it. So thank you very much and see you on our next lecture. For questions, comments, clarifications, don't forget to comment below. Thank you.